Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Raw Lot Media. It's your boy TK. I'm so glad to see you guys all here today. And I just want to give you a quick little update on how things are going. Super excited that the channel's growing, that you guys are watching the videos and enjoying yourself. You guys make this genuinely fun to do made this channel originally so my children could, have something of their dad in the future. But it's also a lot of fun just talking about hobby stuff in general. And I just wanted to kind of go over some of the stuff that I've been working on and doing. And if any of you saw my previous video, my hobby talk, I started working on the terrain that my wife bought me recently. And so far, it's been going pretty good. As you can see, these are some 3D printed terrain that she got me. Real cheap, got it off Etsy. Plenty of places where you can get terrain from. I've been painting up and trying to get ready for my narrative game for Fallout Factions. Obviously why I still have the box itself. Currently, we're doing a Battle for Boston edition because we got the rules early and you're able to play it. And my local gaming store, that's what we decided to play. One day maybe we'll do the Nuka World, but everybody's hyped for the new edition, so why not play it? But yeah, I just want to go over some of the terrain and everything, kind of give you guys a little bit of a closer up so you can see the terrain itself. What I did was I hit it with a gray primer, and I have just been over time slowly painting them up. Hopefully I can get it somewhat finished before my game. It's the night of Saturday. We meet up once a month and we're having our second, meet up and everything. I have my opponent. He's going to be playing Super Mutants. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun, especially against my team, because once again, obviously I'm playing with the best team. I'm playing with the Automatrons, with the Mechanus. I think he's so rad, so cool. And I can't wait to bring the Circuit Breakers to go rule the world and steal. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun for me to do. And I just want to spend some time to just chat with you guys. If you're genuinely curious about what paints I'm using, I'm no Michelangelo, no Leonardo. My wife's the artist of the family, not me. I just happen to get her advice whenever I can. And yeah, I can go on ahead and talk about some of the different paints I'm going to be using, what I have used, and things in that kind of realm. Just grabbing the paints right quick, just so I can make it a little easier. If you're curious about this red that I've been using this Vallejo dark vermilion. I've been really enjoying it. I like that darker red, almost like it's rusted. It's a little bit more dilapidated because in the Fallout setting, it's post-apocalyptic, and I think it really just adds to the piece. For this gold, for this kind of statue, kind of church themed, anything like that. Originally, this was for my kill team. So you had a lot of the Grimdark, you had a lot of the God Emperor stuff. So, ain't nothing wrong with the church. As you can see, it makes a very beautiful set. The one I'm using for that is I'm using just this Vallejo gold. So I get that nice little sheen. This is one-ish, maybe two-ish coats. And I've been pretty happy with it. Able to get it off with other models. You can see more of a complete one right here. So I think it works. I think it's pretty good. I've been satisfied with it. Some of the other paints that I've been using, I was trying to get this coppery bronze look to the model. I'm getting these little doodads right here. I've been using the Citadel color brass scorpion because since I'm a Night Lords player, I thought, ooh, brass copper, do I got the idea for that. One of the things I'm hoping for is if I grab this piece right here, the the walls themselves are like the pillars, like right around here, right around here. I think I'm gonna go with like a white because a lot of like the Nuka World stuff is like red, whites, and sometimes gold. And I got this white scar, and I think it's gonna go well in this gray paint. I think it's gonna really make the red pop and the brown pop because there's gonna be that good contrast. I have no idea what I'm really talking about. I just hope I throw paint at the wall and it sticks. But yeah, hopefully to do that. As you can see, I had this like little brown layer. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to paint every little bit, but mostly from a distance. You can barely even tell there's any scuffs or anything. But yeah, for this brown, you know, once again, got another Vallejo. I bought one of those like paint sets where it gave you like 20 of them. And so far, I've been using them. They've been holding up pretty well. Just make sure to give them a good shake. Vallejo's pretty good. If you have money to burn, GWs or Games Workshop Citadel colors, smaller pot, but I've generally enjoyed them. The only thing about these pots is be careful with the topper because this bad boy, I like/dislike it at the same time because it has this little, scooper is what I call it. Or I forget exactly what the term for it is, but you're able to go and you're able to. It's got some in there from you shaking it up, so you can scoop it, use it, no problem. But if you're not paying attention and you're opening up your paints in weird ways, and especially if it's been like sitting on its side, it'll just like spill out. And if you're clumsy like me, then you'll probably struggle with it. But otherwise, I enjoy the GW paints. I think it's like a nice little luxury I give myself every so often. Trying to buy more of them. Like I said, painting up my Night Lords, got a bunch of the different like Candor blues and other stuff. And yeah, the thing I like about this terrain as well is it has these little divots in here where you can, makes it a little bit more modular, add a little bit of, depth to your terrain. It's not just L shapes and everything. You can actually add some verticality. So, got my models right here, got my Mechanist, and I got my Robo Brain. He doesn't really look like one. I forgot to I couldn't find his Robo Brain, so I just put a Protectron head, and that's Pinky right there. But yeah, for the flooring, same as the other ones, I have a Vallejo black. I'll get that in a second. Let me just catch this bad boy. Yeah, just got Vallejo black. I think it works well. It's been pretty good for me. I've enjoyed it. Have no real problems with it. Yeah. And I'm super excited. I'm hoping that when I play with my opponent tomorrow, that I'll be able to start not making like pure battle reports. I do find them fun, and I am hoping to just have you guys play along, in case you guys have any good games you like to play, like Kill Team, Age of Sigmar, 40K, whatever kind of game you're into. I think it's like Conflict 47, Trench Crusade. I would love to hear about your guys' hobbies because that's half the reason why I made this channel as well. It's just to have this little journey with you guys. That or just have you guys have somebody to yap in your ear for about 10-20 minutes and just have a little bit of background noise. But yeah, I'm super excited. Like I said, we're gonna be playing Battle for Boston. The nice system about Fallout Factions is where you have like a cap level where like we start off at 250 caps, and it's a narrative game, so you build your team, and then over time as you're playing, you'll level up your people, give them upgraded weapons, give them perks. And I've been toying with the idea of like making my entire, because all of my units except for the Mechanist over there, they're all mechanical. I have Watts Up right here. He's my Mr. Handy. He's really good, really nice. And I want to give all of my different robots maybe the ability to fly. This way, instead of having to calculate like, oh, it's 4 inches to climb up this terrain. Nope. If you fly, just like this little iBot right here, all you have to do is just, oh yeah, you just go the distance. You ignore all the verticality. So he's like, oh, 3 inches, boom, you're up there now. And I think it's a lot of fun. It adds a lot of, threat potential when it comes to my units. For example, my favorite unit, I think, she's real close to getting it, but this is my Assaultron. This is NaCl and battery, or assault and battery. Right now she has one upgrade that gave her an additional agility. And if I give her one more upgrade, she gets a perk. And I can choose any of the automaton perks where I can make it to where my opponents can't leave melee, or they have radiation coils, or they can fly. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be really good. Especially with her, because whenever she moves, normally that costs like an action point, and you only get 2 actions per model for the turn. And so one thing that she has as a perk is pretty much running gun, where she can move, and then for free she can use her Assaultron eye to shoot a laser. And the only stipulation of it is only like 5 inches, and you know what 5 inches can get you. Oh, almost forgot. If you are curious, the silvers that I am applying to the models as well. I got that right here. Another Vallejo, got the silver. Pretty nice. I really like it. I've been just slathering it onto any like mechanical piece that I can get my hands on. And the only other thing I can think of is I have this flat green Vallejo. And if I can grab the terrain right quick. I'm trying to get these little computer parts, maybe add some of that Bethesda flair where it just has, the funny text screens where you're trying to decipher the codes, and half the time you're just pressing buttons till something works. And yeah, guys, super excited to play tomorrow. We're only going to be able to get one game in, but we'll play a game Sunday, and then next Sunday on the 31st, we're going to have the actual big group meeting where everybody's kind of showing up to play. And yeah, sorry for not uploading Friday. Got the baby here now, taking care of him, and it's been so much fun. And hopefully one day, if he watches these videos, maybe he can just have that little bit of fun with Dad. But yeah, guys, that was just hobby time with TK, and I wanted to thank you guys all for hanging out with me today. All right, have a good one. Bye.